complainant or the suspect.
If you would note if she has been taking anything since this, I don't know if because your communication hasn't been there, but do you happen to know?
Nope. But it just strikes me as odd that she wasn't showing any kind of
She
emotion.
wasn't showing any emotions, and now she called to tell you about something.
She wasn't even showing any emotions the night when I got to talk to her when someone was missing.
She went missing.
The night she went missing, when I was talking to Candus on the phone, she wasn't even on video. She was pacing back and forth in her kitchen, fiddling with her hat on her head.
Hi, my name is Dee. Thank you for watching. Who made the 911 call the day Summer Wells went missing? Was it Candus? Was it Dawn? Was it Grandis?
And yawning. She wasn't crying or nothing. If that was my kid, I'd be crying my eyes out.
So you talked to Candus on June 15th that night?
Yes, I was at the ball field at, let's see.
She called at 7:29.
She called my son.
Hunter. She called Hunter. It's about 15 after 7. And Hunter called my phone at the ball field at 7:29. And then when we got back, we was sitting here talking, and then Candus called on Snapchat on video.
I got booted out of my own stream, sorry.
About 11 something, close to 12, on video.
Does she normally call on video?
Nope. And I started asking her questions. I'm like, what were you guys doing? How did she become missing? You know, like, what did you guys, like, what were they doing and stuff? And that's when she started giving me the story about them planting flowers and going in the camper, washing their hands, getting candy. And then she walked with the trailer to the house, and then it was all crazy. She never showed any ounce of emotion.
And then you asked where her mom was at, and she said she's outside talking to the police because I'm not talking to them.
Was Don the only one to call 911 that day, or did Candus call as well, too?
I believe it was just Donnie.
Okay.
Which is kind of strange.
She had stated that she called as well, too.
What?
From what I heard was that, at first what I heard was that one of the siblings called. And then I heard Donnie called. My thing is, why didn't the mother call? Even if there's no cell phone service. Even if there's no cell phone service or anything, you still get 911 services.
Right.
Like, why would you pick up the phone and call your husband first?
Well, how did they not have cell service, but they were able to text, go on Messenger, video chat, and Snapchat, but they couldn't make any... Did they just not have a service? It was just all off the Wi-Fi?
I believe they had service. Like, they had Wi-Fi and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a question that still gets me is, why didn't Candus call it herself?
Yeah,
right.
If she knew her daughter was missing, and she couldn't find her, why didn't she pick up that phone and call herself? Why did she pick up and call her husband?
352. Being around from 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
10 for 1 with an American.
110.
10 for round from Madison. 335, I'll be in route as well. Go ahead. 35. Some of these guys probably going to get those guys several maybe. Probably going to 10 for 29 minutes. So go ahead. No fire. Rescue fire police for search. 335.
35.
Did you say when you got the original call that mom went on a run and when she came back that daughter was gone?
10-4, that's what the father advised. He's away, trying to make his way home.
10-4. C12 Central. C12 will be in route. 906. Notify 302. I had him on the phone, but lost him. You're on zero. Answer any questions he may have on him.
10-4. Do you want us to try to contact the canine?
Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination.
Yeah. 302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure check the house camper, even if they've said they've already had.
Yeah, boy. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request, search and rescue with Churchill Rescue Squad. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request from Churchill Rescue on a search and rescue. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Also requesting a respond with six-wheeler and command trailer. First page, 1911. 502, sir. 502. We acknowledge the page and the resource request. We've got several here at the station. We'll be en route in just a second. Copy, acknowledge the page and resource request. 707, 715. Go ahead. The 1043 is Park and Rec building in reference to 1044. The rescue. Go ahead, go rescue board. Ranger, rescue set, command trailer, all things.
Copy.
339. 335.
35.
You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run and when she came back that daughter was gone?
Before, that's what the father advised. He's at work, about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
The units is not up on bid here, correct? Yeah, well, I'll be using your direction as far as above. 10-4, I'm leaving the airport here.
For the complainant or the suspect? That's it.
Did you hear that? The dispatcher said the complainant, that means the caller, is going to be the suspect from the get-go. I've listened to this dispatch call dozens of times, but that's the first time I ever heard it say that. And I breathe a sigh of relief when I read that, when I see that, when I hear it. I breathe a sigh of relief. Summers Army, don't worry anymore because they know who did what. Believe me, they know. Hawkins County Sheriff's Department knows who did what. They know. They just got to get all their ducks in a row before they can even begin to think about prosecuting anybody. Thank you, Jesus. I praise your holy name. The sign from above today on YouTube. I found it.
Yes, sir. Is 317 on the scene?
16's en route.
Detective Britt, is he on the scene?
We've not been advised.
10-4.
Ian trailer to 302.
Go ahead.
Britton's on scene.
10-4. 29 seconds.
29.
Get hold of 334. About them, we need 2 units to come in to answer calls, please.
complainant, buddy.
Make contact with 34. He's gonna get 2 units.
10-4, just advise him not to send them over here, just for them to have full call, please.
10-4, I thought so.
37. Myself 41 has it cleared by the time them 2 units go 10-8. Give one of them a welfare check on country line. We go 10-8.
2949.
29-47. Which direction did you go?
On the Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church.
49-29. Go ahead.
Temple. Central Dispatch 1205. Oh, 1205 B1097, Mount Carmel Church. 1415 to Central. 1415 to Central.
1415.
Does the fire department need to set up a LZ for the helicopter?
10-4 is what we were about to do.
What is that?
Attention Persia, Sturgisville Fire Department, attention all members and members to respond to Cherokee High School to set up an LZ for Highlands. They have approximately 6 minute ETA.
1402.
1402.
When did you find out that Candus was having to take Grandis to her that morning?
I probably called, I don't know, I think I was going to go to the house probably at 3:30 or something, and called and said she was out and I had to take care of all that. So I thought, well, I may as well stay at work and work for a while.
Yeah.
And had a big conversation with my buddy out there for like an hour. We just sit there and talk. Well, we've always been that way.
Right.
And then I started to go back to work, and she called me and said she couldn't find Summer nowhere. And I said, well, call 911, and I'll hang up and I'll call 911 and I'll be on my way home. And I was just hoping all the way home that they'd find her, but that never happened.
Can you tell us if they verified that you were at work that day? Did you know if they spoke to your boss?
My boss, Richard Tucker, he knows. He talked to me that day. I also talked to Jamie Killian. He was there. I talked to him for 30, 40 minutes after, that day too. But trying to remember, but I think I talked to Richard about 30 minutes before I got the phone call, and then I had to load my tools up and head to the house as fast as I could. So
heard 3 versions from Candus, from Don, from Grandma Grandis on the call to report Summer Wells missing.
Freaked out. I called Donnie because that's what I do automatically. I freak out, You called Donnie? I called Donnie. I cannot find Summer. Come home now. He's like, call the cops. So I threw my phone down on the back of his pickup, ran over to my mom, picked up her phone because the only one that gets out there is AT&T. Okay. So I picked up her phone, dialed her mom. I said, I cannot find my daughter. And they sent people out, and I wasn't just going to stand there and wait for them to send people out. Right.
You heard Candus. Now I want you to listen to Don.
But she was gone, buddy. And my wife called me, and I said, hang up for me and call 911 right now. And I was at work, and I called 911, threw all my tools that I could in the vehicle, and from Jonesboro, I come out. I made it out here before anybody.
Now I want you to listen to Grandma. I want you to listen to Grandma's version.
And we yelled for her, and we yelled for her, and yelled for her. And we could not find her. Candy was in hysterics. And we never did find her. She called 911, and she called Donnie, and...
So to me, they sound like three different versions of that day. Don claims that Candus called him. Don tells her to hang up and call 911. Then Don claims while he's at his job in Jonesboro, he calls 911. Leslie Earhart, who said on June 16th, the day after Summer was reported missing, how the call was made to report Summer missing. Check this out. He packs his stuff up and races home. Grandma claims that Candus called 911 and then called Don.
As Summer is still missing, but we did want to share the latest on the investigation and the ongoing search. As you know, she's now the subject of a statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 Tuesday evening.
So Leslie Earhart said a call was made at approximately 6:30 p.m. to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to report Summer Wells missing. She did not say a 911 call was made. I've been Googling around everywhere and haven't seen anything out of the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, out of Ronnie Lawson's mouth, John Pruitt, the lead investigator, TBI, or anyone that said a 911 call was placed that day. Keep hearing that it was a call to Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to report Summer Wells missing, not 911. Listen to the audio here of the Hawkins County dispatch that got the call to report Summer Wells missing. Check this out.
Should be the first residence on your ride. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run and when she came back that daughter was gone?
Yes, sir, that's what the father advised. He's at work about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
So you listen to the call. In that call, sounds like at the beginning it says both parents are there. Mother went for a walk. Summer went missing. Then they go on to say that the father called. The father called. He's at work and he's on his way home. My honest opinion is, I don't think a 911 call was made that day by either parent to report Summer Wells missing. It looks like there was one call that was made 6:30 to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. They relay that over to dispatch. They send the officers out. At the beginning, the media, and I don't know if this is true or not about the reporting, but they claim that the Hawkins County Emergency Dispatch said, due to an ongoing investigation, they are not going to release any 911 calls from that day. But no law enforcement has said that. No law enforcement said anything about 911 calls being released. Don.
Someone snuck up there when
we weren't exactly paying attention. Someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention.
The one that TBI is talking about at 6:30 p.m., June 15th, I'm thinking it's Don that made that call, not Candus.
For the complainant or the suspect?